through some of the steps that you should go through to find an application that you need, and I'll go through Puppy Package Manager and Quickpet and so on, and reference to Vivaldi. Second part of the video today will talk briefly about configuring Vivaldi and making a script for keyboard manipulation. So first thing you should do is whenever you're looking for a application for your FP64, in general with any Linux Puppy Linux. Puppy Linux typically does not install any application through a terminal. So what you have to do is go to Puppy Package Manager and Rofi. I just use a Rofi, and here you can look for Vivaldi, and actually there's no Vivaldi here. So now you're sort of left with I'd say about 90% of the time, if you're looking for an application, you can find it in Puppy Package Manager. Okay. So given that doesn't seem to be the case, next what you could do is use the FOSA Pup, what's called a Quickpet in FOSA FP64. So there is a special application. We'll just launch it again with the Rofi. Quickpet is called, and so this is what you're going to get. And after you update for the latest copies, you can go to browsers, and although there is Vivaldi here, it actually does not work. And that's been a problem with some of the Quickpet browsers application in general, in my experience. So sometimes you get lucky, but other times don't be surprised if you either get a very old copy of an application, or it doesn't work at all. Okay. So given that Quickpet may not work, next choice that you have is to look under Internet, and there's a large index of Puppy Linux on biblio.org. So I'll leave a description of the website under description. So here you can look for, in this case, you can look under pet packages for FOSA Pup right here. So you can take a look and see whether there is any pet packages or SFS packages of your interest. So for example, there is a Chromium, which I don't use. There's a browser there. So in Vivaldi there isn't. So there is no Vivaldi browser here. Okay, so you're sort of stuck, and then but you can also take a brief look at under pet packages common 64-bit. So sometimes you get lucky and you may find a application that may work in the FOSA FP64. Again, here is there Opera? Install Chrome Opera. Okay, there's a Brave. So there is nothing for Vivaldi. I checked. So UV. Okay. So given that's the case, the other things that usually my next step is to look in the Puppy Linux forum. There's a lot of activity, and you can look under Puppy Linux forum, and then for example under board index, and then I'm looking at under FOSA Pup. So let me just go back out. Okay, So in case mainline Puppy Linux distros, you can check there. Puppy FOSSA FP64, and then sometimes just look through the packages and see if you can find, for example, there is a one for Chrome. So there's a lot of information here. There is a one particular person, Mike Walsh, who has set up a index of applications, and if you click on one of these, he has, for example, he has browsers here. Under Vivaldi, he has so he has this this one is actually 64-bit, works very well, and that's the one I use. But I think there is an easier way of getting a latest Vivaldi, which is just download Vivaldi website. And this is probably the one that I would recommend. Some other Vivaldi browsers I have used failed to load I say about 20% of YouTube videos in one of the Vivaldi browsers. I've forgotten exactly which version it was, but then when I used Mike Walsh's browser, which is what I use now, it works perfect. All the YouTube videos play. Similarly, I checked here, and this is the latest from the website of Vivaldi. It plays all the YouTube without any issues at all. So under here for Puppy Linux, what you want to do is go to DEB 64-bit. Okay, and click there, and then you can download. I've already did that already this morning. So and then simply click on the DEB file, and then what you want to is asking whether you want to install it, and you say yes. So we should install it quickly. Okay, so it's installed, and we should be able to find it under the menu. Okay, so we'll go right click on the desktop and go down to Internet, and there's Vivaldi. Okay, so you click on it, and then you should get something like this. So then now once you've downloaded and clicked on the DEB file, then what you're gonna see is under OPT folder, what you're gonna see Vivaldi that's installed. So if you look in the folder of Vivaldi, what you're gonna see several files and folders, obviously, and if you click on this Vivaldi, then you should see it launch. So we'll just make sure that it does launch. So it does launch fine. So rather than going to OPT folder to Vivaldi folder and then click and then activating this, what you can do is just put a link, symbolic link to a USR. Let me just USR bin folder. That way, this will be in path, and all you have to do is just type in, for example, Vivaldi from terminal, and it'll activate it. So what we want to do is just grab this, go over here, and then absolute link is what you want to do. Okay, and that's it's already, there is already a copy there apparently. Let me just make sure. Vivaldi. So yes, there is already a symbolic link copy. So we can certainly go ahead and double confirm that it starts. Okay, so then what you want to do is personnel file, which is in root and .jwm folder, and there you modify this line. In my case, super nw exec vivaldi .sh. So what the sh, if we can take a look at the sh, Vivaldi sh file, which is under root, my applications, bin folder, there is the Vivaldi sh folder. What this this small script does is it launches Vivaldi only in a first desktop. It always goes there, even if you launch it from somewhere else. We'll see that in a second. And it only lets you have one copy of Vivaldi at when you're using your computer. So I find that very helpful. So that's how this works. And let's say we're on let's say we're on 5 now, and there's no Vivaldi there. So we'll just activate the Vivaldi sh. Either we can click there, or we'll just use super W. So you can see that it puts the Vivaldi in the first desktop. Okay. Now once you have a Vivaldi working, one of the things I would recommend is to go to the menu and go to the tools and go to extensions and look for sponsor block. So what this does is, when you watch YouTube videos, many times there is a sponsoring ad right before the YouTube video of your interest, so that blocks it. So I find it very helpful in simplifying YouTube video. So just going back, and then generally once what I do with a browser that's activated Vivaldi, then it's a control and F12 brings up this a sync tab. So if you have ever have used Vivaldi in the past, and it has all the information of the bookmarks and passwords and so on, you can sync with that Vivaldi information by entering your username and password. So, and that I find it very helpful. And then when you reboot next time, you'll have a much different appearance of what you're after you finish syncing. Usually takes a couple minutes, and then restart the Vivaldi. You may get a screen something similar to this. So then what you have to do is just simply sign in on your Google account, and so I have one already here, and just follow follow the screen, save, and then we'll go ahead and reboot again. Then it changes significantly. So then you go into yet again your Google account. Now this is a Vivaldi that I'm used to on a daily basis. Block. So I hope it gives you an idea of how to set up Vivaldi, and also how to properly find and install Vivaldi browser. I hope this is helpful to you. Thanks.